Hi, I'm Tom Squires, number 29 for the Sheffield Steeldogs, and you're watching SteeldogsTV.
Welcome to SteeldogsTV in association with the MF Hire. It's Bond night at Sheffield as the Bradfield Brewery Sheffield Steeldogs take on the Peterborough Phantoms. Let's go to the match action.
63 games over 5 seasons.
Before the game began, we welcome back a Steeldogs legend, who after 5 seasons in Sheffield has gone to join the Peterborough Phantoms. Lloyd Gibson. The first incident of the night happened as we were approaching halfway through the first period. Steeldogs in black. Craig Elliott chases a puck behind the net, tangles with Odins, who once again had gone walkabout. Greg Pick decides to pursue him up the ice. A couple of pushes, but nothing more at this stage. Elliott skated off, and Pato came on, and the gloves were off. Once the Steeldogs' open goal wasn't going to come from the red gloves of Arnold Esposas. Although, of course, he was on the ice at the time. Tom Squires fires it in, Lee Hayward to bury it for 1-0. Early in the second period, and the Steeldogs doubled their lead. Bozas finds Cohon, 2-0. The Phantoms struck back straight away on the following shift. Milan Baronet with the breakaway, and the backhand wraparound to beat Dalibor Sedlar for 2-1. Just over 3 minutes later, and the Phantoms found themselves on a power play. And from that advantage, Tom Norton fires the puck in from distance to level it at 2-2. Steeldogs regained the lead at 29:45, a break into the zone, and Bozas fires it home for 3-2. Peterborough took a lead on the night in the final 5 minutes of the second period. Toskowski's collecting the puck, breaking down the wing, and levelling it at 3-3. They took the lead after some good work with the puck. McGiffin firing in from range, and Padlek diverting it past Sedlar for 4-3. into the final 5 minutes of the game and the most controversial moment of the night. Cole Shooter called for interference there and sent to the box. It was a call that Greg Wood wasn't happy about, and if we have a look at the slow-mo replay, well, you decide for yourselves. With the resulting power play, the Phantoms took the lead again. The Scousers with his second of the night. Steeldogs pulled Sedline with the hope of finding that equalising goal, but it wasn't to be. The Scousers getting his hat-trick. Final score of 6-4. After the match, we caught up with Greg Wood, Tom Squires and Liam Charnock.
Okay, we're joined by Steeldogs coach Greg Wood. Greg, so it finishes up a 6-4 loss to Peterborough, a tight game, but maybe a refereeing decision that threw it towards the end.
Absolutely, you know, a fantastic game of hockey. We're a great advert for two teams, and it was spoiled by one person. Oh, well, I say one person. One person is two friends tonight, I'm afraid. Listen, referees got a really tough job, but when they're constantly ignoring certain things that we constantly penalise about, I've got nothing but, you know, I've got nothing positive to say about that. It's, you know, it's really killed us tonight. To call a penalty on a 17-year-old with 4 minutes to go, it's we're a tough one to swallow.
Okay, in terms of the team performance, again, short-bodied, we seem to talk about this every week, but are you proud of how the guys kind of dug deep and really stuck at it for 60 minutes?
Yeah, of course. It's getting like a broken record now, isn't it? I mean, we lost Ash again this week. You obviously know me, know Stano. And I've just said I'm totally proud of everyone's performances over the last couple of weeks. If we'd have got a point tonight, a point last week against Milton Keynes at home, you know, them kind of teams coming here and, you know, we're competing, not just competing, but at times dominating games. And it's just a shame we couldn't pick that point up tonight. Obviously, I'm really gutted about that, but the boys have been great over the last few weeks, and hopefully next weekend it's going to be his first glimpse getting a full team back. Fingers crossed how Stano goes. I've seen him working out last week, so hopefully we'll introduce him to ice this week. I went on Tuesday. I've had a little bit of a setback, but I'm going to be on twice this week, and hopefully back into the lineup next week.
Okay, and from a kind of personal perspective as coach, what are you doing to try and kind of get over the frustration of these, you know, these extra challenges that you seem to be getting in this first few months?
There's nothing you can do. Like I say, guys have been brilliant. Everyone's been stepping up to play. You know, it is what it is. We've got to just get on with things. You can't bury any sand with it. And practice has been great. Guys are really buying in. The work ethic's there, as you could see tonight. I felt for him. I know we were down to 2 lines for a lot of the night. And it's tough. It's tough, especially against a team like Peterborough. We've got 3 good lines, 6 good D that they use. You're always going to run out of steam. And unfortunately, I think that was the case in the second period tonight.
And just finally, a word about Pato. Kind of came on and stuck up for Craig, and we scored shortly after that penalty. Do you think that was a turning point?
Absolutely. Hey, listen, if one of their players wants to chase Craig all the way up the ice, asking him to fight, and then as soon as somebody steps on to do it, he don't want to fight anymore. It's, you know, what do you want us to do? Pato did his job. He did great in his fight. We score straight after. It's momentum, but you know, it builds momentum for us. But that's what he's here for. He's been playing in recent weeks, but let's not forget he's also there to protect our team. And if anybody does want to do that, then he's more than willing to go. So it's that simple.
Okay, thanks for your time and better luck next weekend.
Yeah, thank you.
Phantoms, joined by Tom Squires. Tom, a tight game that finished in the favour of the Phantoms. How do you feel after that performance?
Gutted, to be honest. We came out really well again in the first period. It's something that we really changed this year. Last year we needed to go 2 or 3 goals down before we'd have that wake up and start playing again, but we seem to be doing the opposite at the minute. We're coming out really strong in the first, and then that little slip that we had in the second. Again, we came out strong in the third, pulled it back, and then Shoots gets that penalty at the end of the game. I'm not too sure on it, to be honest, but that's the way it goes. You get some calls for you get some against you, and then the power play ends up killing us off, and then you don't really count the empty net with a couple of seconds to go. It wouldn't have made any difference to the scoreline. But yeah, devastated with the result, but we're playing short benched. It's not an excuse, but we've got 3 of our
senior guys. They're the ones that you've got Cowles that makes that line tick, Stano, and you've got Woody as well. 3 players got a lot of experience there, and when you're missing them, it shows. And guys have got to do different things. They've got to play out of position. They've got to play different roles to what they're not used to playing. And I just want to see what we can do when everyone's back. If we can play like we have done in these last 10 games, get the points that we have done on the board already, then I think it's going to be good. We've got games in hand too, which helps. So that's going to make a big difference come the end of the season, I feel.
Okay. Some of the officiating tonight seemed a bit, I think we'll call it random, politely. So you mentioned the Shudra interference call at the end of the game. Kind of in terms of you kind of down on the ice, were you aware of some interesting decisions?
Do you know what? I'm not one to pick faults on referees. It's a tough job that they've got out there. I'm not going to say it's not. Some of the calls, yeah, they were questionable. They were for both teams in the first, but that call at the end of the game on Shudes, it's a game changer. It's 4-4. There's 3 minutes to go in the period. Well, in the game, sorry. And that call makes a difference to the result of the game. If that's in the first or second period, it doesn't make a difference to it. There's a lot of time left to change that game, but right then in that moment in time, I feel that changed the game, changed the outcome.
Okay, we're joined by Liam Charnock. Liam, tough loss tonight. How was it from your perspective?
It's never easy losing like that. 4-4 in the last few minutes. It's just to lose one goal right there. It's just could have gone either way, but that's hockey. It's tough, but it happens. I don't know. I think there were moments in the game where we looked stronger. There were moments where we looked weaker. So it really is just it was anyone's game today. It's just unfortunate it didn't bounce our way at the end there.
Okay. When we spoke to you kind of earlier in the season, or I guess at the start of the season, you kind of talked about being quite a grinding player, kind of using your pace, and we've certainly sort of seen that over the past few weeks. From your perspective, how do you feel you're fitting in with your line mates? Not that you're getting regular line mates.
Well, yeah. I like it's tough since I got injured. I've been sort of just playing a little less physical. I just don't, because it's not 100% yet, so I'm just slowly working my way back into it. But yeah, I love the team. All a great group of guys. I mean, they've been teammates for years, so it's nice to be able to come in and make me feel at home straight away. So that's nice. Yeah, it's all good. I'm really happy here. So it's just a shame about these games that we just not going our way at the minute. Hopefully we can change that.
Okay, thank you and better luck next week.
Thank you very much.
Everyone get down for our game next Saturday night against Basingstoke. Get that pound rocking. Need to get as many people in this building as we can. Be that 6th man for us out there on the ice.